Welcome to Views in the Barbershop.
Good morning, good morning.
Yes, it is morning time.
So I really appreciate you guys being on time for this podcast.
Yeah, Michael. Yeah,
I just
Michael.
want to know where the breakfast is at. You know,
That's what I'm saying, yo. Where the fuck is lunch? I said that earlier.
Yo, so I think something exciting this week, man. Mikey, well, he's not done with his tat, but Mikey got tatted this week. I got tatted.
Yes,
this
sir.
week.
Yep.
You're getting tatted
up.
Friday.
I'm getting tatted up Friday.
What are you getting done Friday?
I don't know. I was thinking something more on my hands. Because I've been showing my hands a lot in the videos and stuff. So I kind of want to do something on my hands.
Okay.
Yeah. I was thinking do more.
Do more?
Yeah.
I think you should get, you know what you get tatted in your hands?
What?
A bunch of little slits. Like
Slits?
you got cut. Yeah.
Like I got cut?
Yeah.
For cutting it short?
No, ask me why though.
Why?
Because you'll be cutting your fingers, bro. when you
Yeah,
cut
I
it.
do, yeah.
I'm going to start calling you cuts.
Cuts?
Yeah.
I like that.
All right. You went from the goat to cuts.
It's a cuts.
What are you finishing up on your sleeve?
I just got the rosaries left and the cross, and a couple little shading, and then some touch-ups, and I'll be complete. And then I will reveal it to the social media world.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
So you keep
Don't put out that content till it's perfected, you know.
I like
Oh,
Mikey.
man.
Mikey.
So what I want to know is, what do you guys see barbers doing in 2020 to expand themselves in this industry?
Getting tatted.
Getting tatted.
Look, bro. 2020, you got tatted, bro.
Straight up.
2020, I got tatted. No, I'm lying to you.
Yeah, I'm good.
No, so we're going from tattoos to what barbers are doing to expand. All right. Well, what I see that barbers are doing in 2020 is a lot. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, a lot
of social media content,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, a lot of barbers are doing a lot more social media. I know there's one particular barber that's posting 4 times a day, even sometimes more. And in a span of I don't even know how long, he posted over 64 pieces of content on the whole social media platform, which is sickening. Where the hell do you find the time for that?
It is time
You
consuming.
don't sleep.
Social media, you know, but
It's all about, I think it's all about scheduling. Like, I kind of like schedule, I have like a set schedule of what I want to post, when I want to post it, on whatever accounts I need to post it on. And then I need to contextualize each piece of content per platform. So LinkedIn's got like, you know, more business savvy people. So in that sense, I have to make sure that my grammar is on point. I can't be dropping all like the fancy New York lingo that I like to do on Instagram and shit like that.
right,
You know,
you
I
need
have
to target your audience.
I need to target my
What audience
audience.
are you targeting?
I'm impressed. You said contextually, bro.
Yeah. You
So-
learned this week that I have a broad vocabulary
So I
that I
am
choose
learning.
not to use.
Yeah.
Because it takes too much time.
What? Takes too much time to say.
Yeah, my brain runs so fast, I feel like. So it's like for me to like have to go dig in there for those vocabulary words just to spew them out to sound fancy, it's just too much time.
So I want to know your guys' opinion on one thing. Like a lot of guys on other pages like Barbershop Connect and all those barber connecting sites. They a lot of people bash the Team No Paint, photoshopping their haircuts.
Oh, snap!
Well, I got mixed feelings about that.
How do you feel about that? Like, is that something that you guys would do? I mean, I wouldn't Photoshop, but barbering is an art. So if you can enhance anything to make it better, why not?
But let me ask you, Mikey. So let's say you do that, and I posted on Marvy Marv's. I'm sorry, I didn't post. I commented on one of Marvy Marv's posts. I said, I think in order to be able to correct this whole confusion, if barbers that do Photoshop or do enhance, whether it's fibers, paint, Beijing, whatever it is, if they were to post their pictures and just put in the credits, like photo by such and such, haircut by such and such, client or model by such and such, and then put in enhanced or photoshopped or tweaked or filtered or whatever it is. So that way when a potential client comes into your chair, Mikey, the customer will look at the picture and say, well, I understand that it's photoshopped. Can you do something similar? a post to sit in your chair and say, I want this haircut, and you say, well, I can't replicate those dark edges because you're thinning. And then the customer will like, well, you're not a good barber because you can't replicate it, because the customer doesn't understand it. Get it what I'm saying?
Well, that's when I would use the enhancements. Like I said, Photoshop isn't out.
But let me ask you,
Enhancements, I'm all for.
what if you're a barber that doesn't do enhancements?
Me.
Well, then you wouldn't be posting that on the media, you know?
Or what if you're an upcoming barber who is trying to gain clientele and then gets bashed on by customers that come in one after another saying, I want this haircut, but they, it's just upcoming barber, starting barber who isn't experienced with the whole enhancement. So what do you do then? Then either that barber, he starts to feel bad about his career, can't build clientele, or starts feeling unconfident about what he does.
That's him, not me.
Well, the thing is that because one of those barbers used to be me when I first started in my industry, in this industry.
Oh, yeah?
I was bashed because number one, for some stupid reason, when I started cutting hair, for some reason everyone thought that if you wasn't Dominican or Puerto Rican, you couldn't cut hair.
That's true.
And then when people sat in my chair and right before I would cut, they're like, "Oh, where are you from?" And I would be like, "I'm from Ecuador," and be like, "Oh, don't touch my hair," and they would literally get up from my chair. Or when I was also starting out, it took me long to do a fade. It took me like an hour.
That's true. When I told people I was from Niger, they got right out of my chair.
Especially, yeah, bro, because they were like, "Yeah, I'm getting scammed on this haircut."
So you're the prince.
Yes.
You're the prince that emails everybody?
No. I'm like the guy from Coming to America.
Eddie Murphy.
That's right.
Eddie Murphy or his boy that dresses up like a girl at the club?
I think he's the girl.
I think he is the girl.
He's looking kind of cute too this morning.
You do have kind of.
I didn't even do my hair.
Mikey texted me this morning. He's like, yeah, I'll be there in a couple minutes. I just gotta wash my ass first. It's like, all right, Mikey, hurry up.
Well, hygiene's important, man.
You only got 10 minutes to do
this. You don't want
this.
to be cutting in person and smelling like fucking Brookhaven dump. You know?
Yeah.
No, but hygiene is important, bro. I take anywhere from 2 to 3 showers a day. And that might be excessive, but I do like taking 2 to 3 showers to be very clean at all times. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I go home and take a shower and come right back to work.
I mean, you're doing a
sometimes you
shave
have
or
to do
something
that.
and you're lining someone up, you got to be sure, Like,
Yo, speaking of that, bro, I remember my
Armpit
first fade.
stamp
We were
is
talking
sticking.
about first fades before. My first fade was with the thinning shears, bro. Thinning shears over comb, bro, because that's how my barber teacher taught me in BOCES.
what, to
and-
use thinning shears?
Yo, to
fade?
use thinning shears, how to fade. And I did scissor over fucking thinning shears for the entire way up.
What'd you have,
my
scissors in
brother.
one hand and shears in the other?
Yeah, and I was just No.
it's
The comb. The comb.
Oh, it's
Comb over
Scissor over
shear.
comb.
Yeah, whatever it
Como
is.
se llama?
Como se llama? It's in the
Como se
pajamas.
llama.
So I was like going up the whole back of the head, right? And then I got up to like my brother's ear and I fucking snipped it with the
What?
fucking thinning
Yeah.
shears.
Was that you?
No, that was the other brother. yeah, the middle one.
No wonder you want to get a haircut by you.
When I first started out, I started cutting my own hair. Nobody would let me cut them.
Really?
Yeah, I used to taper myself.
Yo, that was the great thing about having 2 little brothers. I just cut their hair no matter what. And my mom was so happy about it because she didn't have to pay for haircuts. Unless I really fucked them up and they had to fucking do something important, then she would go and get it paid for it to get fixed.
So, I like how you said that LinkedIn was for more of your professional people or whatever. So, I don't have a LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram, so I'm not professional to you.
No, not at all. It's just like that's what like major corporations do. Since I'm running that clothing company, I figured I needed that whole aspect too, because a lot of the fashion brands are on there, and I need to keep up on all trends
Yeah, I know.
and
I'm
all
just
social
messing with
media. Yeah, I'm just
messing
saying.
with you.
Bro, if I feel like you got hurt by that comment, you are super duper professional, bro. Most professional guy I've ever met.
Really?
No.
Okay. So if I only had Snapchat, I wouldn't be professional. You?
Yeah. I think you should be running all 10 social media platforms.
You know, I still have Vine.
Yo, I heard Vine's coming back.
I'm lying to you. I don't have Vine.
Yo, I heard Vine's coming back. That shit's fire. I love Vine.
You know what, man? I stick to Instagram and Facebook, and then I just started doing TikTok because it's just too much, man. You're talking about 10 social media platforms. That's
Yo, it is a lot, bro. It's like a full
that is
time
a lot.
job. It is a full time job. But that's the way the world's going nowadays. So it's
I
like
agree.
you gotta get up on it, or you gotta get off.
You know, my daughter's on Snapchat, and I think the younger generations are more on Snapchat. And I guess whatever your targeted audience is.
Snapchat and TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, and whatever your target audience is that you're trying to hit, I think those are the platforms. So you're right, George. Again, it takes so much time. Like to this morning, before you guys showed up for this podcast, I was sitting here. I think it was like 10 minutes, man. I was just on 10 minutes, like doing those stories or whatever for my page and the shop page. And then I realized, like, yo, that's like 10, 12 minutes that it just took.
See, but yo, it takes you 10 minutes now because you don't do it that much. It takes me to post on 10 platforms. It takes me about 3-4 minutes now, maybe even 2. And if I pre-plan it and I pre-make my content the night before, it takes me less than that. It takes me a minute because I copy and paste a lot of things. I type things out the night before, so I'm copy and pasting my content right to the thing. And I don't even think about it. I know what hashtags I'm using that day. I know what, I have a whole, like, it has to be scheduled. So I think, like, if you schedule that more, like, even if you're at the gym, bro, sitting on the treadmill, bro, schedule your fucking content out, especially if you're only posting on 2 platforms, or whatever it is, TikTok and whatever. You schedule it out for the day, bro, and be like, yo, boom, 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 this is the time I'm going to post, yo. And TikTok's great because you can draft those videos and stuff like that. And then all you have to do is go into TikTok and click the post button. And your whole thing is already set. So like today, I have 4 TikToks made on my TikTok already. All I have to do is click the button and post those at the 4 times I want them to. So in between my clients, or if I'm going to take a piss in the bathroom, or if I need to wash my hands, all I'm doing is clicking like fucking 10 buttons at most, and I post it on 10 platforms.
So you see in today's world, like, there's no more ways to advertise, but besides social media, that's...
No, there's more ways. It's just like, dude, in the
So
cold
what would
season.
you do? Put it in a phone book? You don't see phone books.
You just
no
said-
more.
No, I would go out.
platforms.
I would go out like Juan said in the first
Jay.
part. Jay said. Sorry, I always use one. But he said in the first one, bro, when he went up to the dude and handed him a card.
Yeah, of course.
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of shit that I want to do. Like, bro, when I'm handing out in the street fair that I plan to do.
I think it just depends on what industry you're in and what you do. Because, like, for example, like you, Mikey, there's no reason. I don't see the reason for you to post like George does in the aspect of posting it nationwide if you're trying to gain clientele when the clientele can only be about, let's say, a max of 25-mile radius. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So George posts all over the world, basically, because whoever buys his shirts can be shipped to wherever they are. You're not going to post to California and expect someone from Cali to fly out here.
Right, and I target barbers.
To a point, though, but you're
That's
also
my
getting
audience.
into making videos. Now, you can market that to all around the world, bro.
Yeah,
You
that
have
can.
footage.
Yes.
You have footage.
Yes.
Bro, but not only that, but we're doing this podcast, bro. This is globally, too. Anybody can listen to this over the... Bro,
But
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, but that's what I mean. I mean, it depends what you're doing. So, like, this podcast is one thing. You cutting hair is another. Your videos is another. Your shirts is another.
And that's what I mean by contexting your things, too. So when I post on The Barber, all my hair cutting videos, all my posts and stuff like that, I posted to, like, Ronkonkoma. I posted to Patchogue. I posted to Hot Pog. I had those geotags.
Where'd
But
you
when
post?
I'm... Like,
You said patch or what?
Patchogue, Ronkonkoma, Hot Pog.
I mean, hopog?
Hopok. And stuff like that.
But, today it was basically touching on social media platforms, right?
Tattoos.
Tattoos.
And
you
just
know.
dudes in a barbershop.
Just Dudes in a Barbershop, brought to you by the Men's Grooming Studio, sponsored by the Men's Grooming Studio. Get all your haircut and cosmetic needs here and products.
That's
Thank you for
right.
tuning in.
That's right. This podcast was also brought to you by Anchor. I'm going to have my brother edit some stuff in about Anchor, man. It's a great platform. You can catch me at
by
The Barber.
ServeNewYork.com.
That's right.
Sponsored by the Men's Grooming Studio, by Jay Ramos. Shoes, you gotta wear them. Suede, baby. We're out.